Hi, welcome back to a brand new video of the Talking Ninja program. Just trying to turn on my computer here. Talking Ninja experience. Um, what's going on here? Again, the remote no monitoring. I went to sleep, and I think I went to sleep around minutes, a little after 8 o'clock, maybe after 7. I don't quite remember. And I woke up, and as I woke up, I woke up to the sound of keys jingling, keys shaking. Apparently, somebody came in the house. I don't know if maybe my nephew or my niece, and started shaking their keys as they walked through the hallway. And immediately as I woke up, I heard police sirens. Now, I didn't get out of bed. All I did was just open my eyes. That's what I did while I stayed in bed. So, again, the remote no monitoring. So then I've been up, um, start playing some Fortnite for a little bit because again couldn't go to sleep. I was trying to read, I downloaded some uh, documents that I was trying to get into reading, but just couldn't. Just still not focus on. Still can't focus on doing a whole bunch of reading yet. So anyhow, started looking for some stuff and was watching a video, and the person in the video mentioned um, the book of going fort, coming fort by day. There's a section in there called the famine text, right? So he talks about how this is where they get the whole story of Joseph, about the famine and having to, uh, what is it, fast for 7 days or what have you. So, they started with the sirens because they didn't want me watching those videos again, trying to, again, do things like limit my knowledge and also what I post online pertaining to these things. So then I got a couple of, I posted some videos earlier, not videos, images, pictures of couples, black couples. I think it's important for us as black people that we, uh, you know, put a lot of positive images out there. Because see, one of the things the white racists have done is create a lot of negative images of us. So again, they condition the minds not only us but other groups of people to look at us in negative ways. So my Facebook page from time to time, um, I'll start to, uh, put post pictures of black families, black women, black men, you know, dress what I think dress, pretty nice, decent, or what have you, not with the pants hanging and stuff like that on post stuff like that. So anyhow, so this one person kept liking my photos, right? She kept liking my photos, and I'm just like, hold on, just trying to, let me log into my. Actually, let me do this. Okay, so the only person that actually liked my photos, and I posted a whole bunch of them, was this individual. Um, his last name John. So they start back with the name John again. Then also, um, 42 minutes ago, someone at my picture named John. Okay, and that's actually a family member, right? And who have not even liked anything in I post in years. But all of a sudden, you know, this is when I know the technology is being used to influence these individuals, right? And again with the sirens and stuff like that, and it's very very odd how they do these things. And when I say odd, I don't mean like I should say strange, but I understand because I know the technologies and how they can influence people to call. For example, I'm going to give you guys an example and how they try to test my memory. Somebody ordered the movie The Prince of Egypt on my Voodoo account. Okay, and I found that out while I was looking at my emails. This was today, so I called Pam to ask my daughter if she had the police siren. If she, because I'm getting them explaining what is that they doing. If she had her and Ethan ordered the movie, and she said to me, She's like, yes, Ethan ordered it. It was Saturday, and he because he woke up and he wanted to look at it. Okay. So then when I called him later to speak to her and Ethan, Ethan was like, I didn't order it, and then she said to me, she didn't order. She's like, she didn't watch it. She don't know who did it. I'm like, what? But again, they do this to test your memory, right? Because again, once they ease off of the remote neural monitoring, the frequency, the constant noise, or what have you, you will remember some things, but it doesn't mean that your memory is totally come back, because it never will. But again, because they try to, um, justify what is that they're doing, and again, they set criteria to what would be considered. Oh yeah, his memory's back. Well, it is not. Remember, and stuff like that. That's not an issue sometimes. Particularly when they're targeting me as much as they do. Right? That's when my short-term memory really goes to shit. But they've been very subtle with remote neural monitoring. Okay. And I guess because they begin to understand also that, like for example, I was eating and I held my plate in my hand. It was a little plate, um, and it just fell out my hand. That's the because of the nerve damage, right? And constantly stuff would just fall out my hand, particularly stuff that's light. And normally, because the plate is pretty, it's not heavy, but usually when I'm stuff fall out my hand, it's like it's not something that's like very very heavy. Um, but the plate was heavier than most things that I have fell out my hands. Because because the nerve. But that was the heaviest so far. Okay, so I know the damage is getting worse. Okay, and again, so now they realize that. So now they're in this panic mode because they're trying to get rid of me, right? Because again, I am evidence. I am the evidence to prove what it is that they've been doing, right? I always say as TIs, we are the evidence, the proof of their non-consensual human experimentation, and they will do anything to try to silence us because again, they try to make themselves as being, you know, um, democratic and have all this morality and this and that, but we know who they truly are. Okay, we know who they truly are. I posted a book. It was a book that I posted on Facebook, and they didn't like it at all. They did not like it. Let me see if I can find it. Let me go here. I'm just trying to pull it up so I can read the title to you guys and what it says. Okay, and they did not like it. They did not like that at all. When I posted that, they were sending me death threats, like literal death threats. Okay, um, where is it? Uh, okay, here it is. It's called War Against the Weak. Okay, um, this is by Edwin Black, right? And in it, and I actually posted this from the National Institute of Health. Okay, uh, and it says the author's central thesis is that Nazi racial hygiene and its ultimate manifestation in the Holocaust were imported lock, stock, and barrel from the USA, and that indeed it was U.S. ruling elites who hatched the idea of creating a master Aryan race by selective breeding and then pass it along to the Nazis. Now, I've been saying this for the longest while because I already know the history of the United States. Okay? Like I said, I'm a very avid history buff. I love history. And, since I've been doing research and understanding true history, not the history that they lie to us about. Okay? Because everything about, most stuff about the history is all lies. It's based on lies. And they own interpretation of the truth. Okay? Whitewashing history. Okay? So let me continue, right? So it says, most specifically, and they talk about the author here. And again, then also the color black is also is in place. So every time the word black, or I post a picture of a very melanated black man, they're like honking their horns and stuff like that. So anyhow, doesn't really matter to me. I'm black, all right. I mean, come on, in America, yeah, my skin is brown, but I'm what? I'm black. Okay, so let's not, what I'm saying. They try to use colorism, in their target, and it's all dark NLP, neuro linguistic programming, right? And anchors and triggers and stuff like that. So this is how they use to create, you know, racism and shit like that, right? Or not even create racism, but how they get people to be triggered when it comes to people of different ethnic group or people of different color. Okay, so Black argues that the Rockefeller Foundation and the Carnegie Institution of Washington funded much of the American-based movement both at home and abroad, and so sat in the driver's seat guiding Nazi racial hygienists along their fateful path. Okay, now you can find this at, like I said, on the National Institute of Health. Okay, in the National Library of Medicine. Okay, it says was eugenics created in the United States, which it was. Okay, point blank, right? So, like I said, I'm saying this all the time. The Nazis didn't get they didn't create the ideology on their own. They got it from the United States. The United States was where the true Nazis were. Okay, so we don't call them Nazis. Okay, we call them eugenicists. Right? So understand that. And they didn't like that at all. Okay, because whenever you start posting, see, the thing about me is that, like I said, they can spread their lies, right? But guess what? I'm gonna spread the truth, right? Because the truth is more powerful than their lies. So it doesn't matter what they say or what they do. Okay, when I talk about my experience, that's the truth. Okay, and it's not just my truth, but it's the truth. And they know exactly what they've done. The manipulation, like I said, the drug and the covert operations within the community in communities where black people live. They've been doing this shit for decades to a lot of us. This is how their plan is to entrap every black man and woman and child. If they have the opportunity to entrap a child, whether it be a teenager, or whatever, they will do it. They will do it. It is to keep us from from when we are awakened as a people, right? To try to get rid of us, to put us into slavery. Now, I already said that they've told me this a long time ago, but again, Negropeans don't want to listen, which is fine. You don't want to listen, that's fine. I'm gonna keep speaking the truth. Okay, I'm gonna keep giving the evidence, right? Doing the research, okay, and exposing it. So when I put stuff like this, which is the truth, I don't remember. I didn't write this. Okay, I didn't write this. Okay, I don't have the resources to go wherever I want to go to do the research that I want to research. So I post what others, I read what others write, and I post it. So I didn't, you know what I'm saying? But the fact is that when you start exposing them for who they truly are, right, they don't like it. But again, understand the mentality of these people. These are the dark triads personalities. Okay? Evil, conniving, deceptive, liars, manipulators. And they're in the highest office of the land, of the world. They have the financial resources. They use religion as a tool against us. And we use it as a tool against each other. Okay? So people need to wake up and wise up. Anyhow, I will talk to you guys in the next video.